First of all, many should say, City had their reaction against Wolverhampton Wanderers. It was a Man City team, not a lose to Manchester United in the Manchester Derby, or compared on what year or Norway, and a lose to Bodo Glen 3-1. Players if you know where Bomusi challenge go say we there.
Too much.
Nti obia oni etu kwa bi okoto ticket bia no. Ye ankasa players ye giska bom na etu omo ticket am back. But Saturday we can say for a football fan omonijie is not about money. Omonijie is to see their team win. And if you want to say sorry to a football fans, win for them. And I knew against Wolves and the Etihad, Man City were going to win. But Man City go a game. No Pep and him say game we are making. They me plan say we go win here. And can the best player in the Pep team to give him that win will be Erling Haaland. But news in say Man City lineup prepare you know. Now Erling Haaland bench. As I'm saying, he has gone on a certain goal draft on Shego for a certain number of matches. Perhaps or Gidi said, I'm not pressure my boy so. So obeso or hiding away from some pressure the kakra. Now, sometimes so your coach, some decisions and utekia. And results never man confirm the decision was right or wrong. Good for Pep. Player or never share name as a striker in the team in the absence of Erling Haaland bench, you know, was Omar Marmoush, fresh from the AFCON. Scored the first goal in the 6th minute to calm the game down and make sure City able to win the game. You know. After Omar Marmoush, I think it was around the first half an hour. Then came Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo Bobo.
Red hot Antoine Semenyo. Akwano from name.
Sawunya ni go ni bi hwe. Ude ko ha ni first touch no. Pass ni first touch na. Ana unso wa she go no. On the right foot no. E touch the ball no off the defender into his space ka kremi na e wo no. And on the left foot no. No ultimate no. I'm so proud watching Semenyo now for the Manchester City team. And they are now will be anticipating say even at Bournemouth, the quality of the chances are not eventually to convert, you know. So ultimately stay on the same lane and City will give you more better chances. And I think say a year Juma at the Emma Abrantia.
They said we have 17 position.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yes. So say the
Pep
no say go we look at we share some match only have to have Pep reaction right after Shego no. This was catching and say my top player. It was a debut home game for Semenyo and Maguire and Omunye gave a very good account of themselves in the Premier League. Omo first game Omo Elbow Maguire led the defense, no goal, and Omo consider and Antoine Semenyo as so a Shego Ewo Elhonum. Now me kaipa Saturday me zoom into Crystal Palace game on Chelsea bebono. And I'm making only 1 point say Liam idea also is to find a certain level of consistency and when you win him. And any chances say. And anytime be coach be no. So when your consistency be pay, then we go back to the issue of the team ni yankra. Omunye so matured until they can give you grade A performances and what was so. But maybe so. How will you rate this Rosemary a start? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. 4 out of 5. The only game I'll buy you want to see the EFL Cup game on the Arsenal boy. this is good enough.
Yeah, good start.
Yes, it is very, very good enough, especially when you see Chelsea win against Brentford, stubborn, go away to Selhurst Park and beat Crystal Palace 3-1. These are very, very good. And Obaye no, adeɛ baako a ɛma ma ne gye start no want to say, I say too early, but which we're testing a lot of competitions in Navy. Or starting with FA Cup, and we'll go EFL, we'll go Premier League, we'll go Champions League, and see competition is any city. He has tested it, and to test a lot of competitions at the start of your Chelsea career as a coach, play 5 games and win a move 4 there. That is very, very good for Abantia, your friend Liam Rosané. And the impact will be say now Okasachiri players now they will listen. Because whatever he has taught them since Obaye has culminated into very, very good ways. Amani Enya some level of consistency. That is it with Tima, your friend Chelsea, and Liam.
Liverpool.
After a very, very good win in France.
Yeah. I was a 3-0 away, Champions League.
Against Marseille. Then you go to Bournemouth and you lose. Asamna no again. And me also say on as lost go on tias here. So go for every more because obi yenana. Me the catch you say, me Liverpool got 13 games unbeaten. But how unbeaten and yet
drunk
draw back 7 out of those games. He said unbeaten about you.
About 7 matches, it was 7 points.
You look back and you see say it is not good. Now only in the Western last season 2024-2025 only say in all competitions Liverpool lose only 9 games. After that this season Liverpool lose 10. And they've already lost more than the last season in all competitions. The Liverpool lose here. And you man kuye. Me so that is the reason why I'm going to focus on where this season where they will change him and bring Xabi Alonso. Now, the last thing I want to talk about Liverpool is Rich, when say if we see a C this year 2026 in the English Premier League, Liverpool win match
New Year
in 2026. Only one match to cry in the Premier League. Things are that bad.
So Ayala Mamusao. Fifi resist start topic, you know. Is it players no Tony be bringing an idea? I mean, it means a problem.
You see, Liverpool problem no more from Nhyira hey. Semeka say, one problem and I'm a for instance, against Bournemouth, when you say we go get a free bench in the buy, why? Until we started the game without a striker. Isaac Pra. Until now we don't even have the Dalima. Uni sa etipaye say Mimo Isaac na say Mimo ugo ekitike. Ekitike is your best striker now in your team. You are trying to find a certain win consistency. What can you good win for France? Over game in the Premier League, then you bench your striker.
No more be a free injury ban in India.
Oh come on, injury. Then starting 2-0, 67th minute, 70th minute. Watching you know. Not when you are struggling in the Premier League. We say this year Liverpool winning game in the Premier League. These are the stats. 0-0 against Leeds United, 2-2 against Fulham, 0-0 against Arsenal, 1-1, then 3-2. Then there is Ukai. You ever statistics? The catcher will say, Obiase Liverpool baji, but many winners are because
including me.
It has been very, very difficult for teams to defend the English Premier League trophy. So when you pep you for here.
Yeah.
When you do pa you will not be able to.
Because the way Liverpool started Premier League, you know. Say me to quantum cover no be catch him so. E bedroom me go must struggle say.
Nka wonji
Be catch him masa won football.
They were champions. They had beef up their team.
It's not a game almost show me almost
show me including.
Almost show simple.
Now look at them. I don't know what is wrong with them. Now, when you say timer referee ball final whistle, I was Emirates now. Then I heard the commentator shout, say, "This is Manchester United win against Arsenal in the Premier League. I was the Emirates since 2017, Jose Mourinho." And I'm saying, wow. Yes, that is
2017.
That is huge. The last coach of the Liverpool or Emirates in the Premier League was Jose. Now, how they for any in between Jose this in there? How many coaches are on Manchester United? So what Michael Carrick has done is big.
I mean, still Holland so Juma. So on his team no.
That's it.
Although
now one of those discussions and a man at a point I'm also consolidating I'm share third goal no. I think Ahmad and on the Mazari Baram say yes, these are coaches that are working. They wanted to lock the game. No, Sir Uber football as Manchester coach. Now really Manchester Derby 2-0. Now Okoshe Arsenal Emirates 3-2. And we are talking about the best club in the world right now, Arsenal. I want to know that's feature. Rich, it means you are working. But there is a certain caveat to be. And that will be my last statement. I was a game winner. When I was watching the game, time and who said, game way. My baby, my first half na obi anshide no. Bona Arsenal ball in the first half no. Say na team fufu bia na akọ Emirates, they would have considered 1 or 2 goals. But this new Manchester United, it is just the team going back to basics and they believing in themselves. Say we are now playing under the right conditions. And you're complicated, yeah. 1 over 2 goal, 2 over 3 over 3. Your boy is 6 and 8. Your boy number 10. Your boy 2 went forward. Your boy is striker. And you be yeah. But they seems to now come down to their level. Sometimes you don't need the tacticians, baby. You just need someone who says, "Hey, me no." But who say Jana move forward and you hey, it is because Obi tried to do a normal say regard them no ubo to no ubo to ubo game. And the confidence in the Manchester United team and the character now you mean that no. Carrick is gradually bringing it back. You say early days yet, but you can't take anything away from the first 2 games in our ball. Now, Fifi brought these numbers. You see, this Manchester United win is more of a character than say born or mobile park in the salon. They are so confident in themselves. And only some person who character of a good team. Which in the modern day, it is not only when on our possession, on our bubble. The team structure is so good to the extent say they can go to the Emirates. Arsenal can dominate them for bare 45 minutes, but Arsenal will find it difficult to put the ball at the back of their net. That is the team I can watch them. Actually, starting in the second half. And so, which second half now, you attest to the character I can watch them. Arsenal never share goal 28 minutes, first goal in the game. And a normal second half, so I can't. And no more Diego. Rich. Then
37 minutes in Buemo.
Zubimendi. Koche pass fala. You don't expect him Buemo so in Shasawon. And only say, since I am Buemo by Manchester United, Rich, the perceived big 6 clubs, apart from Chelsea was Obia, was Liverpool, was Tottenham, was Man City, was Arsenal. To go Premier League now, the supposed big boys now. Apart from Chelsea, I want to go on to Martinez. We are big boy beer in Momo. Look, me in all fairness, the party Bogu no, which there was an element of a handball. But the way the VAR no, a glossy over it and terminal. No, mama. We saw the anything there. The goal was a good goal. David Raya who born in pool. He never saw it coming. Now no maybe some say na party Bogu no. And then all of a sudden atonade obi dey start to swab on fire manana. Because which in the last 3 games awabo or assist and or goal against Man City, against Arsenal. That is incredible for a player be here. Oba no be esre no. Obi agrasi the green guy from mobile. But Rich, that was a very, very good goal. Became a reason so we restore parity and Arsenal West would be a draw. Sena Matthias Cunha, if you bench. Elba shot one of the best goals I've seen this season in the English Premier League. Look, Sauyo be over border. Sauyo border or angles near right. No defender Jina. Which to clear the ball from the Biana Cunha Jina. For the ball to go around Gabriel Magalhaes and find our acute angle now. Raya sketchy and Sankano. Doing time and again is very, very special for Abrantia friend Matthias Cunha. 2-0 against Manchester City, 3-2 against Arsenal. Now, Rich, that is where I never seen once in Bicano. She say, "Oh, Gideon, I can't get your mama." Man United or Munes give me away in Fulham in the Premier League. That is where the problem is.
It's true.
You don't need who say a question or buy an ano. And I want to share big games. The players don't need motivation to play these big games. They are big. Or one guy will find the motivation and play. Now, man, you problem can see and such Chelsea, you know, to find their consistency. Now, Rich, after playing the big games where you are internally motivated, no. Now, man, you will go and play Fulham, Bournemouth, Brentford. Sad games now, any as big as the Manchester Derby, any as big as Arsenal at the Emirates, no. For me, security person show me say team no, team 9 in year. Those will be the games that will be tricky, and he must get it right. Honum, Marshall Arsenal, I may say, Aka Sunderland pay, and at this season, Omu Lusuye, Omu Fie, and then is how the Premier League no table etie. Now, Rich, Omu Kase, Ayala catching them Arsenal, Omu, and for GDA show, Omu Team League, you know. The only answer to them is say, Rich, why did that Arsenal Arsenal provide Team League no
City.
Now, City Manchester United, no.
Ono so kra ne result na consistent. And we sha kire na okobodo.
You say Arsenal about 3 games in the Premier League on winning back crowd.
Okay.
Draw Mionu and we lose back. But he still maintain a 4-point gap. It's how the kind of things of move that Arsenal and you be or the Ferrari be ba say Arsenal. And we must get and right.
Maybe I can Liverpool be no bobo be no City man match.
What I say? Even City no crown. If he was City team Man City team but
Kabana sen come catch him.
Of course.
Okay.